Alright, welcome back. So today we have problem 3 from the 2020 Mexico National Olympiad. And this problem says you have two players playing a game where they first label the vertices of other n-gon with 1 through n in some order. And why is it a turkey? Okay, whatever. They place a turkey at each of the n vertices, and when battle whistles, it goes to the larger number. When battle claps, it goes to the Beto? I don't actually know how you pronounce that name. It goes to the lower tag, and he wants to get everyone to be in the same place, and yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. So for n equals 3, definitely. Well, there's only one thing, so Beto just wins. He just keeps. No, he doesn't. No, what am I talking about? So you initially have a turkey at 1, 2, and 3. If he starts by having everyone go up, then you have a turkey on 2, 3, and 3. Yeah, 3 goes to 2. So I think he's actually stuck. When n equals 3, you're either in here after whistle. After whistle. Oh, that's right. Or you are no, that's not true. Okay, so you first whistle, so you go there, and then you clap, and then after a clap. Okay, I think I got it. Everyone's there. So this is whistle. And this is clap. I wrote the problem number wrong. Did I? Wait, what? Is it not 2023? Oh, on Miro. I'm still in 6 mode. Isn't it just adding one? So no, the labeling, Anna picks the labeling. So it could be arbitrarily strange. Alright, so now n equals 4 is the first time we have to think, depending on I feel like for n equals 4, can you refund my 128? No, there's no way to refund the highlight message. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think the software lets me refund the highlighted ones. So n equals 4, there should just be a parity obstruction, right? Like if you 2 color the vertices, it doesn't really matter what happens. Like you always have like 2 of them on these, and then 2 of them. So for all even n, I think you just get a parity obstruction. So there's no point in doing even n. Even n parity block. Basically, if you Justice for Tupper. Okay, so for even n, there's not much to do. It's not gonna work. If you 2 color the vertices, so you color the vertices alternating black and white, that you always have the same number of turkeys on black as white vertices. So the first interesting case is n equals 5, and for n equals 5. Oh man. uh, the problem is there's a lot of things that I can do. Okay, so I'll think of it this way actually. I don't know if I care that much about the numbers, so much as for every vertex there's sort of two directions. Like basically, I want to think about I'm orienting each of these. Like for every vertex. Oh no, that's strange. Oh, that is strange. But like, so from the turkey's perspective, when they're standing at a vertex, they don't especially care where, like, about what those two numbers are. It's just for every vertex, there's a whistle direction and a clap direction. So like, if whistle might be this way and clap might be that way. And this will tell you something about the relative sizes of the numbers in like this, I don't know, hexagon thing. In this like kind of star. So self-portrait. That is apparently me in Mystery Hunt 2021. Anyways, alright, where was I? So I guess I'm curious, like, nah. Okay, I'm just gonna write some numbers. I feel like I can't. I'm being too hesitant to try things, and I should just try more stuff. Like, because right now I don't really have any intuition for how this works. Alright, then I have to try to move turkeys around. Thank you, Dotted Calculator, for the sub. Welcome back. So, this is a thing for which the this 3 is a special vertex. This is the only one for which when I so when I clap or whistle, let's do whistle. Whistle goes like this. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Whistle, whistle. So it's almost, for the most part, it's going counterclockwise, except for this one vertex. So if I whistle once, this guy goes here. These two switch and everything goes one counterclockwise. So you end up like, the turkeys end up like that. So when I do this whistle, I can eventually get everyone to like hear something. If I do the clap, the opposite thing happens where what am I trying to do? Hmm. What am I trying to do with this example? I don't know, I just came up with it. I didn't think this example was like clean. Like, okay, I think maybe it will help me. Let me draw this example slightly larger. You can only group them at the largest or smallest vertices, right? Is that true? Or is that true? I'm not convinced anything particular. Like, I think the thing about this problem is a lot of what happens depends on the specific numbers. It suffices to do the case with just 2 turkeys. That is true. I can also just only look at 2 turkeys. That might, yeah. I can only pay attention to them and show that they can't reach the same place. Okay, let me draw this picture again. Because I drew it wrong last time. Okay, so I should point to the larger number for each one, and then the other direction is like that. Oh, so I see. It actually suffices to... Right, if you merge when 2 turkeys hit each other, like when they merge, so to speak, they're permanent, they stick together permanently. So it suffices to show that's, okay, I agree. Oh, that's good. Sorry, ignore wallet, that's good. Sorry, I didn't pick up on that earlier. Yeah. I just need to think about like 2 specific turkeys and ask the question, can I make them run into each other? And if the answer is yes, then we're good. Otherwise, if the answer is no, well, the answer is no. Oh, that's good. Oh, that'll help a lot. Okay, so in this example, can I merge 2 turkeys? I think the answer has to be yes for this picture. Maybe that's not true. Yeah. What about this turkey here? How do you draw a turkey? If I consider these 2 turkeys, can they reach each other? Actually, I think the answer is yes, but I can't. I'm suddenly blanking on the sequence. Green. Red, green. Okay. Do that. Oh my god, draw turkeys. Thanks, Naman, for the 1-bit cheer. Justice for Naman. Sorry, was there a message? I probably might have missed it. I could spam green. 1, 2. No, spamming green doesn't work for this one, right? It doesn't show up at the right time. I think it's like, I think it has to be red, green. Yeah, red, green will work. Evan, read my message. Why on earth did you take 8022 in grad? I didn't take it in grad school. I took it my last year of undergrad. Because it was a requirement. I was in MIT for last year of undergrad. I'm not sure what you mean. I went to MIT for like almost all of my undergrad. Including like last year. Thank you, Gamer Boyja Red, for the follow. Okay, so these guys can run it. They should. It feels like they should be able to run each user because there's. So we need to. You only care about the even gap. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a good point. So for every pair of turkeys, there is let me put those two guys back. Yeah, you vaguely know that they the even distance. You want to get them to move in so and so direction. I mean, the interestingest thing is it's not necessarily just greedy. I see. So this distance, okay, I see. You want to always decrease the distance, and if you make a move in that direction, like you go this way, the only way if you fail is if the this red arrow, this guy goes that way. Okay, so let's do the generality without specific numbers in mind. Let me pan up. Right. Okay, so, here's a turkey. Bak, 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 bak. Pretend it's a turkey, okay? This is also a turkey. So, there is some way, let's say red, that I can go here. And either the distance decreases and we're happy, or the distance doesn't decrease, and meaning red is this way. If so, then what I've done is I've moved them so... Yeah, turkey. So then we're like, okay, well, there's another arrow. I don't know which color this is actually, but maybe it looks like this. So you can keep going, and the only way you fail is if you go all the way around, which means that for every... Oh, do I run into relatively prime issues here? Oh, whatever. At least for the pentagon, the only way you fail is if... Wait, hang on, this is weird. Hey 3VT, welcome back. Oh, did I miss a shout out? I'm sorry. Shout out to Beto for putting up with Anna's nonsensical Thanksgiving fun. I agree. Also, congratulations to Beto for training turkeys to be able to tell which of two integers is bigger. That's something we try to train small children to do, and they're so bad at it. So congratulations on figuring out how to do that with turkeys. Also, apparently shout out to Shortlist 2017 G6 again. Evan, you want to co-author a book about your own quotes? Let me see the draft and I'll decide. Okay. So for the pentagon case, actually, I think something does happen. Like, if this is the case, then you have to end up with like red arrow here, and then red arrow here, and then red arrow here, and then red arrow here, and that's not possible. It's not possible to have a big cycle like this. However, I feel like something bad might happen with a n-gon. So if I have n-gon. So to be clear, I think, yeah, even is true. Yeah, even is just a parity obstruction. Like some pairs of turkeys never meet. It's so hard to draw a n-gon. I'm sorry. Let's take a pair of turkeys, which is like back. All right, so we want to say this one. There's arrow here. There's arrow here. Arrow here. Like on this triangle or something. And then this arrow is this color. This arrow is this color. This arrow is this color. Let's make all the other ones green so they're easier to see. So for odd composite, and I suspect we're going to run into an issue like this. Yeah, it's looking like n victory if and only if odd prime. We've proved it actually, I think. So this argument here about this red cycle is going to work for any it will work for any odd prime, but I think this will be the counterexample from the composite. And I agree we have to use the numbers. So let me try to pick numbers. No, yeah, you're right. We have to use the numbers. I haven't used them yet. I agree. All right. So let's see if I can label them. This might be. Is green pointing to the bigger one? I can never remember. Okay, so this sequence is red, green, green, red, green, green. Okay. Red, green, green, red, green, green, red, green, green. So I need drop up, drop up, drop up. Update VG says, can't you always send one turkey to the largest number? I agree. It's a bit simpler. Yeah, we could move it to the largest number if we wanted to, but I don't know if we have to. Sorry, I haven't constructed a counterexample yet. Let me. Okay. I need up. All right, let's try this. 3, 6, 9, 2. Oh crap! No, I'm offset. Sorry. 1, 4, 7. So I'm skipping by 2 because that's how the structure of the problem works. 2, 5, 3, 6. There we go. That works, right? So the green arrows point to larger numbers, the red arrows point to smaller numbers. Let me double check. I'm a little hesitant about this. I think this should be right, but I'm kind of like running with that, so I might have made a mistake. 9, 5. Yeah, so red. Yeah, so to be clear, like red is going to smaller numbers, so clap and whistle is bigger, right? Yeah. These are claps and these are whistles. Okay, I believe this will work, and I believe this will work in general. I have a 9 bigger than 5. Nine is less than 5. What's wrong with... So 9 and 5 never get compared. Like, the arrow from a vertex here. When I have a vertex and there's like an arrow, the number that's at that vertex doesn't matter. Like the thing that this is saying is that this one is larger and this one is smaller. And this one we don't know anything about. Yeah, it's really confusing because when I draw the arrow, you're expecting it to say something about the vertex that it's at, but it's not. It's like you don't know anything about the number at this vertex based on the arrow. You're only promised that this one is bigger than that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when I do math, it's easier to write da and xiao. So this is the Chinese character for big, and this is the Chinese character for small. And because there's so few strokes, it's actually faster to write these than to write big. Yeah. Anyway, so this works for 9, and the same thing should work in general. Because for the general situation, what you do is you pick any even integer which shares a prime factor with, like take like 2 times p, where p is the smallest prime divisor of n, and then you make it for, yeah, you do something like this where you make it periodic. So if p divides n odd, and p less than n, then you can make it periodic every p. Yeah, periodic every p, and then you make it like, you make one red, you make the sequence like one red, and then like all the rest are up in like a block of something like this. Let me make sure I get the details right. Are you sure this can always happen? Which thing? The sequence construction? I mean, for the sequence construction, I didn't try very hard, right? Like the way you do it is you do 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. And if you have a composite number, you can do it more generally. It probably works for even composites, but yeah, well, no. Actually, it's a little more confusing because then the 2 is going... So this proof relies on the notion that there's an even distance between 2 turkeys. Like when the 2 turkeys are going to hit each other, they have to hit each other going in a certain way. On an even circle, this is not true. But what happens is, like, there are turkeys that don't hit at all, so you don't care. But the turkeys that do possibly hit each other can go either direction, and so you're no longer promised that one of the directions is okay. Yeah, but the even case takes like 2 sentences. It's just like, by parity, pair of turkeys starting on adjacent vertices will never meet. The end. That's the whole even case. Small. I feel a little paranoid about that. I think the solution should be along these lines. I'm worried I screwed up some of the details. It's a good optimization though. I think both the idea that we only focus on a pair, and also we only focus on the even distance. Consider the graph of distance to vertices. Then that is a cycle. I agree, it's a cycle. And we're trying to pick an orientation of it. I agree. Okay, yeah. So that should work. So on that cycle, I should make everything periodic with period P. And I agree. Okay, yeah. So just take the cycle and make it periodic and it should be fun. Then what'll happen is if 2... Yeah. So that should be fun. Why is there an imposter? Someone just joined my Discord with the username VEnhance. Alright, cool. This is alright, okay, so we got 2 problems. I have to say this problem is actually, I like this problem. This is cute. This problem... I think this problem is process. I think it's process. Thoughts on most? For n prime b wins. So the argument for n prime is it's similar to this, except the cycling doesn't work. So what happens is when let's say you take some guys which are 2 apart or something, then in order for the even distance to not decrease, you know, this one here, let me highlight it. Well, this arrow here and this arrow here should have the same color. Here's what's happening. It's like this arrow here and this arrow here are supposed to be the same color. And then it's true and you keep repeating it periodically and you find all the arrows are the same color. But that's not possible. Hi, n prime. Whereas what happens when n is even is this argument doesn't work. Like you'll get promised that this one and this one and this one are the same color. But then because there's a common factor, for certain values it will break, and then you kind of wedge yourself in with that counterexample and then use it to build the graph that you want. Where when the even distance is... When the odd distance is p, honestly. When the odd distance is p, they will always stay distance p apart. Mo's... I think it's definitely at least 2-5. I think this could be I think this is actually fine as a 3-6, to be honest. I think the answer is not easy to get. The construction is not easy to get. There's a lot of steps. I think it's a problem that's like I think it's a problem that people will get, but it's also a problem that like I think it's fine as 3-6. Yeah, it's not like a killer. It's not like a killer 3-6, but I think as a... I think at no time did I think it was obvious what was going on. Thank you 3VT for 6 months. I'll put the sequence. Yeah, there's actually a lot of like. First, you have like I think even realizing that you're supposed to look at pairs of turkeys is not a trivial optimization. Like you're going to a lot of people will just not make it past that point. I think the only part of this problem that felt genuinely easy to me was the n is even doesn't work, and everything else felt like it required some insight. Yeah. Motivation repairs the turkeys. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's an observation. I would say it's like when you're playing with it, you realize that once turkeys stick together, they stick together. You know, friends for life kind of thing. So, um, once you realize that, then it makes sense that you only care about getting the turkeys to stick together. Why you use Chinese? The Chinese characters for big and small are very quick to write. So I've gotten in the habit of writing them whenever I need big and small. Um, even distance. Oh, I think even distance is pretty motivated actually. Like if the even distance can decrease, then you solve the problem. And if the even distance cannot decrease, then you also solve the problem. So it's a good thing to look at. I think it's like think about it from a parity thing. Like you're thinking about the orientation the turkeys are moving. Like basically, it's the observation that the two turkeys have to meet in only one of the two directions. Like the other direction doesn't work. At best, they'll walk past each other. 45 over 130 will be marked wrong in HMMT. I'm not sure, honestly. Um,